Yo, what it is, what's going on, beautiful poetry people? How you doing today? You doing okay? Hope you're G wherever you happen to be in this beautiful world of ours. My name is ZZK, your poet in residence in your residence on your screen. Pwah, pwah, pwah. How are you on that scale from 1 to 100? You chilling in those 80s and those 90s? Maybe you're chilling in those 20s and those 30s today. Wherever you happen to be, that's perfectly G. One of the reasons I like to check myself on that scale from 1 to 100 is a reminder that, yo, you're not always going to be in those 80s and those 90s and those 99s or those 100s. Yo, sometimes you might be in those 20s and those 30s and those 40s. Hell, some people might even be in those 1s and those 2s sometimes. But the thing is, we constantly fluctuate. We're constantly changing as human beings. And when we stop, reflect, and check out where we're feeling and how we're feeling, life makes a little bit more sense and we slow down and we understand the world a little bit more. So that's just some insight onto why I ask you where you at in that 1 to 100 scale. Alright, let's get on to today's video. So, today's video is a special video. Today's video is for those new year 7s. Here in the UK, this last week was the very first week of the school year and kids have gone back to school now. And because of the coronavirus and lockdowns and all those things, the transition to go back to school has been a little bit different because you guys haven't been in school for quite some time, and especially you year 6s that are now year 7s, it might be a little bit confusing of how to slip into school. So I've got a few top tips for you. Chill with me and let's go through them, huh? Tip number 1, don't be scared. I know it's really scary to be going into big kid school. I remember when I went from year 6 to year 7, it actually was pretty scary. I was like, man, I hear the big kids, like the year 8s and the year 9s and the year 10s and the year 12 kids. Oh, they hold you upside down by your feet and put you into the toilet and flush and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't happen. That's in the movies. That doesn't happen. Like, how are you even going to get a head into the, the water? I don't mean the toilet, Tip number 1, don't be scared. I know it's natural to be scared, especially when you're making a transition from primary school into high school or big kid school, as I used to call it. And I do remember being a little bit scared, and that's kind of normal because it's a new experience and it's the unknown, right? But there really isn't that much to be scared about. I thought, oh, high school, yo, don't the bullies and the big kids hold you by your feet and put you in the toilet and flush? No, that's the movie stuff, you know what I mean? That doesn't actually happen, at least I don't think it happens. Dung, dung, dung. No, you're G. But as a general rule, kids are pretty nice. Even the older kids, they were in year 7 once as well. Find your crew, find the people that are nice, and make sure that you take care of the energy around you. So many of us are so busy trying to fit in that we forget and we don't really have enough respect for ourselves and we let things slide. When someone's bullying you or someone's being not so nice to you or someone's making you the butt of the joke, have enough respect for yourself to get yourself out of that situation because, that's not cool. Top tip number 2, follow your gut. That's a really good piece of advice that I got, which was follow your gut. If your spider senses, if your gut is telling you, yo, I shouldn't be in this scenario because these kids aren't very nice, or yo, I shouldn't be in this scenario because I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble in this scenario, or this isn't very safe, or whatever it happens to be. Follow your gut. And your gut is just like any other muscle, yeah? The more you follow your gut and the more you make it wise, the stronger and smarter it gets. Follow your gut. Tip number 3, meditate. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'm saying it now. Meditate. Meditation is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And I don't mean in this instance of sitting there cross-legged with Om. No. In this instance, what I mean by meditate is there's different ways to meditate. There's more than one way to meditate. In this instance, the way I mean about meditating is take a moment when things are getting a little bit too hectic, when things are getting a little bit too crazy, when things are a little bit what should I do? Take a breath. Stop. Breathe in through your nose, out of your mouth, and try to see 3 things around you. Stop and observe them. You're like, oh, a light bulb. Oh, a desk. Oh, a banana. Stop, breathe, observe, and then whatever you were thinking about, the thing that was like making you feel a little bit cray-cray, doesn't seem so big anymore. Give yourself a moment, check in on your brain, check in on your body, meditate. It's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten, and the earlier you do it, oh, the better life gets. Tip number 4, you'll make new friends. I remember when I was transitioning from primary school to high school, one of my best mates, he was transitioning to a different high school because his dad was a teacher there or something like that. And I was like, yo, I'm going to come to that high school as well. So I went home and I told my parents, I was like, yo, one of my best mates, he's moving to the other high school. I don't really want to go to the high school that I'm supposed to go to, which is the closest high school. I want to go to the other high school. Is that okay if I go to that high school? And my parents are like, no, you're going to the high school you're supposed to be going to. And I was so upset. I was like, man. But turns out it was okay. Turns out I made other friends. Turns out I made some amazing friends at my new school. You'll make new friends. Maybe you'll have to say goodbye to some old friends and you can still catch up with them. You can still phone them up on the telephone, on the Facebook and the Instagrams, on the TikToks and the Snapchats. Do people still use Snapchat? I don't use Snapchat. You'll make new friends. And the cool thing about high school is you've got a wider selection of people to make your friends. That's the cool thing about it. So you can find your crew, find your people, find the ones that you share commonalities with. And if someone's disrespecting you, if someone's not being so nice to you, no, you don't need to be in that situation. Love yourself. When you love yourself, other people love you too. Tip number 5. This one is a controversial one. This one, I wasn't sure whether or not to put this in the video. This one is a super secret. Not all teachers are created equal. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Not all teachers are created equal. What I mean by that is some teachers are like super teachers. Some teachers just really know how to connect with students. Like I've been to hundreds of schools in my time. Like I mean hundreds. And some teachers, oh, you can see it. You're like, oh yeah. You're that special teacher. You're that teacher that really knows how to connect with students. You know what I mean? Find those teachers. Those teachers, they're the ones that are going to have your back. They're the ones that if you respect them, they'll respect you. They're the ones that if you put the hours in with them, they'll put the hours in with you. Find those super teachers. Look, and I don't want to take anything away from teachers in general. Teachers in general are my favorite people. I kid you not. Those people that have decided, yo, you know what? After all these years of school and all these years of university, I tell you what I want to do. I want to reinvest in young people. Man, I got so much love for that. I've got a ridiculous amount of love for that. But just like athletes, just like football players, just like 100-meter sprinters, just like basketball players, just like any other sports athletes, some athletes are better than other athletes, and some teachers are better than other teachers. Find those awesome teachers. Find those teachers that really resonate with you, that gel with you. And that is a different teacher for different people. Find those teachers. Find those allies, because those allies and those teachers are going to have your back. Those teachers are the ones that are going to be like, yo, that's little Jimmy, and that's little Jane, and that's little Jamil, and that's little Jenny. I don't know. And since we're talking about teachers, I want to give a shout out to my superhero teachers. I'm not going to name names, but I was lucky enough to have about, half a dozen of them. The ones that really had my back, The ones that I knew I could go talk to. The ones that I was excited to go to their classes. Some teachers I was less excited to go to their classes. But the ones that really knew how to connect with kids, they're the ones I learned from. They're the ones I was like, yo, I want to be like this person. They're the ones that have really shaped my poetry and shaped the workshops that I make into schools. So, thank your teachers. Definitely thank your teachers, because they're incredible human beings. So they're my top 5 tips for kids that are transitioning from year 6 into year 7. I know it can be a little bit scary right now. I know since you've all been in coronavirus times and lockdowns and haven't been able to go into school for these last little bits, it's a little bit tough. The best piece of advice beyond all of those top tips that I can give you is just do you, do you, be kind to yourself, be nice to yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, respect yourself, and when you start doing those things, life gets easier, I promise. All right, that's me done and dusted. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support that I get. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how your first week of school has went. Let me know how your transition into year 7 is going. If you're a teacher, let me know if you're one of those superhero teachers. I love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my Patreons over on Patreon. You absolute legends help make this happen. I think I'm all done. I think I'm all dusted. Let's have a little boogie. Pwah, pwah.